Do you ever feel like your blood is clear? Like no matter how hard you try to express to people your pain, it never seems visible to them? The expression you share is only as much as can be seen by others. Without witnesses, it does not exist. To go from something so violent to something so mellow in a matter of seconds is unsettling. And yet, I find comfort in a morning routine because it is predictable. But this cycle has to be broken in order for me to feel seen. The deep, sharp pains from past wounds cannot be healed through distraction alone. In the comforting, repetitive cycle that is running and running water, there is a vast sea of pain. A pain that people grow used to, either out of fear of recognizing it or fear of needing to care about it. I often find myself drifting in a sea of past thought, where conscious decisions dictate where I've ended up. But in my journey of discovering how to cope with these things, I find myself hearing more and more, but listening less and less. It was causing me damage I couldn't really see until it was too late. My internal gears weren't working at full capacity, and my brain would only wish for more ways to escape. I thought I felt something move within me, but didn't feel connected to it, like blood, which flows where it needs to, but is never aware of how much it is helping. No one ever really stops to thank it. I find laying on the ground to be a comforting activity. I'm not sure why. Maybe because it puts things into a different perspective. Maybe it's because it reminds you that you can't fall further than you already have once you've hit the ground. Either way, the feeling was something I didn't mind. But staying in the same place for too long can be deteriorating to one's health, especially if the reason for it is a response to fear. That is why I aspire to be like the water that runs from the tap. It is predictable and is found useful and doesn't normally harm people. To be something that people genuinely need and don't fear. That's all I really want to be. I want to be able to help without people asking why, to just do it out of wanting to genuinely do it instead of doing it in order to escape a cycle. I try to utilize past mistakes the best I can for my benefit. Sometimes I wonder just how much of my habits are buried in the roots of my past. Each ring would highlight a mistake that I've made. Of course, it's proof that I'm growing. It's just sometimes I grow so tired of the outside forces not getting me a little more of a push. As I regained my bearings and tried to take on this challenge in a different light, I realized that I may have been looking in the wrong area. During this bout of introspection, I became more aware that there was more to my goal than just being helpful to be helpful. There was an element I had been missing that would have been the key to assisting my issue long before. There's something that animals have that water doesn't. Even plants have it. Communication. With canopy disengagement and mating calls. They are aware they have to rely on it to survive. So it finally occurs to me that there is something I must do in order to destroy the repeating process that has put me through so many relentless trials. Sometimes all it takes is a little introspection and the courage to finally ask a stranger, "Hey, can you help me?"